Another realization I had from my Jiu Jitsu tournament over the weekend is that I'm going to stop cutting weight for tournaments. So right now I compete at 195 pounds, and in Jiu Jitsu you have to weigh in with the uniform, which adds like 4 pounds of body weight. And because of that factor, I have to watch what I eat coming into a tournament, and usually the night before I don't eat any dinner. And it's not a lot of weight, but it's just enough to alter my mentality. And I realized, not right after the tournament, but probably the day after, that that's yet another factor adding to my stress and taking away from my enjoyment. So the next weight class up after 195 pounds is 208, and I'm nowhere near that, and I don't plan to bulk up. So I'll probably be one of the lighter people in the weight class, but I still think I'll enjoy the process more doing it that way. Plus, it makes me a little bit of an underdog, which is kind of motivating and fun. And for me, the whole concept of cutting weight started in high school when I was wrestling. And there's this mentality that if you cut weight, then you'll do better because your body frame is bigger than someone whose weight is naturally at that lower weight. But the flip side of that is when you do that, you drain yourself of energy. And it also goes against the concept of just being the best you can be at your natural weight. So I wish in high school I had had more confidence in myself and said, you know what, I don't have to cut weight. I'm just going to be the best wrestler I can be. And instilling that mentality of cutting weight also made me feel like I have to cut weight to do well. And that mentality is with me to this day. It's like I'm afraid of going against heavier people because I have this thought that I'm not good enough. And that's a limiting thought that I don't want to govern me. So I had this realization that in order to be happy and enjoy myself, another thing I need to do is to forget about weight and just allow myself to go to the higher weight bracket and see how that affects me. And already just from thinking about it, I feel more free. I anticipate myself moving more freely and having more fun. Because the weight is like a roof over me. At 208 pounds, there's plenty of room between myself and the ceiling. I can move around. At 195 pounds, I'm right at the top. It's like my head is touching the ceiling. There's no room for me to move. So I feel constricted. So it's a psychological thing and a physical thing, because I think I deplete myself when I try to lose weight. I would rather have my full weight, all my energy, even if I'm lighter than the other people I'm going against, because I'm pretty strong. So I think I'll be able to handle the extra weight, and I think I might be quicker than those people. And so just intuitively, it feels better. Plus, I'll be exercising this ghost of high school wrestling that is a limiting factor and facing a fear. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I compete at the higher weight class. which was actually what I was going to do when I started competing in Jiu Jitsu. And then one of the guys in my gym who likes to cut weight talked me into it, or I let him talk me into it because his insistence on it triggered my fear. And so instead of letting myself just compete at my natural weight and go against heavier people, I got back into that mentality of high school where I need to win. I think I'll probably win more at 208 pounds than I have or would at 195 pounds.